Okay guys, welcome back to Food Aspire Home and Garden, and today we are going to make some gorditas. So we're going to need to make our meat, and usually I would use like a steak or a chicken with this, but unfortunately I am low on money this month, so instead of doing that, we're going to make some ground beef today. I'm going to add Pequin chilies to the mixer, actually blender. This is the blender. Then I'm going to add some onion powder, some sea salt, garlic powder, and then we're gonna add our chilies, and there's already garlic mixed into the chilies, so we're just gonna leave the garlic that was roasted from the chilies. And then we're gonna add our beef broth to that. I'm probably gonna put the whole, probably, we'll have to see, but maybe about the whole thing in there, because I'm gonna actually use the same recipe for another recipe that I will be using down the line. So I figure I would just use the whole thing in there. If we can. Meanwhile, if you're gonna make fresh tortillas, you want to make your fresh tortillas before you do your frying for your gorditas. I just made homemade tortillas. You can also get regular store-bought tortillas and do this too. But I made my tortillas, so that way I didn't have to worry about waiting for or buying store-bought tortillas. You're gonna need some olive oil, or not olive oil, avocado oil. Avocado oil has a pretty high burn rate, so you want to use that. I am going to do this instead of my Instapot because I want it to kind of watch what I'm doing. We could try the Instapot too, and I don't want it to get all, like, I still want it to be that doughy kind of too, so I have to keep an eye on the cooking level. I think it will still be okay, and you know, every once in a great while you can have a fried thing and it's not going to kill you. So I like to use beef broth instead of water because I don't like the water taste. I like to give it more flavor, so I'm using that. And if it ends up being slushy because I didn't melt the beef broth all the way, I did stick this in the microwave before I did this. It's no big deal. It's all going to mix up anyway, and it actually gives it a different consistency too, like a thicker consistency with the chilies and more flavorful. And then basically you want to take this and you want to blend it because we need that blender to go and mix everything up. And then you're going to use about two cupfuls, and then in the middle of it, if you need to, go ahead and stir. Don't use a knife, of course, but that's all I had at that point in time because my kitchen's all messed up because of the renovation. But I mean, you do need to stir it up, probably in between things. Alright, so I'm going to take this out, and it's pretty thick. Don't get concerned, okay? Stick this in the refrigerator, this whole thing. I'm going to make this tomorrow, so I'm going to just prep everything ahead of time. Alright guys, it's tomorrow, and we're going to start off by 2 pounds, I believe, no, 2 pounds, 1 pound ground beef. Some of this will actually not be used into the tortillas. I am going to be making a taco pasta next week, so this is going to be going towards that. Also, half of the blender mixture that I used for the taco seasoning today is also going to be going for another video next week for the taco pasta, so I'm not going to have to worry about what I'm going to do with the rest of everything. So you basically want to get this all ready to go and into your pot. While you're doing this, you can always put a lid on it because this one is actually almost 99%, I think, ground beef. So there's going to be a lot of water in this mixture. It always has a lot more water than fat, so it's going to take a long time. So next we go into chopping some tomatoes. These ones are older, so that's why I'm using them. They're starting to trim. I'm also using some new ones too, but I chopped up a bunch of them. I think I chopped up like 10 or something. You want to make sure that you chop up a ton of tomatoes because you are going to use a lot. I mixed up like a little salad thing. I actually could not afford to buy cilantro this week, so we didn't put any cilantro in here, but you could definitely put cilantro in all of this. But I chopped up tomatoes, and then I used a spring mix salad to put in here too for the lettuce, and that's actually a good quick fix idea too. I had that left over in some of my grocery haul stuff that I needed to get rid of before it started turning bad, so that's always a good way to get rid of stuff into your refrigerator without actually, wasting money on food items. Is also, try to come up with a quick fix ideas for all of this. I did use lemons today. A lot of lemons or limes, whatever you prefer, but a lot of Mexican food actually has both. So I chose limes or lemons today, so you just cut those in half. I have a actual squeezer that I used. I usually turn it upside down, but this time I didn't. I just did it a little different this time. Grabbed a salad mixing bowl, and I also chopped up some red onion for this too. I thought the mixture of the lettuce and everything would be good. And then also, lemon is actually something that helps you with saving from things going bad too. So if you actually use that in your food for the week, you can do that as a way of preserving your food a little bit longer. The lemons and limes and the acidity in that will help you too, and as it goes by, it actually tastes better because the lemon or the lime or whatever you use is going to actually make it taste better and seep into the food a little bit better too. Cheese sauce. If you guys want to know how to make this cheese sauce, you need to go to my other video. The other video that I'm talking about is the one with the Philadelphia egg rolls. That is where that one is. It actually was really cool because it got to put that in jars and save it, so that was really cool. So next I'm going to use my avocado oil. Avocado oil has a higher burning temp than olive oil does, so it's going to be better as far as trying to fry something. That way it's okay, better than vegetable oil, to fry something with this. And come on guys, you don't do this very often, so if you were frying foods every day, it might be bad for you, but I'm not. So you basically want to get the tortilla in there, in on both sides, and then you kind of want to take your tongs and start to fold it up so that it comes into a tortilla or like a taco kind of thing. I did do extra large tortillas on this one. I probably should have gone with the small ones, but I didn't. But we're starting out at this point in time, so it took a while for the oil to actually heat up. So your first time it's going to take a little while, and you might want to use a test tortilla too, because sometimes that makes all the difference. But that's why it's taking too long, and I'm just leaving it in there. You know, after a while and after you get it done and the oil starts to get hotter, that's when things start to turn out a lot better too. So right now I'm trying to get that ready to go, and then on the other side I'm also trying to cook the beef. So I took out the beef. I drained it actually. It's actually a good idea to get all the fat out of there if you're looking at cooking a little bit healthier. So I'm putting my onions in there and getting those ready to go. This tortilla kind of started to fall apart because I left it in there for too long. Once we got going and the oil got hot, which I probably should have waited, and that's okay. These two of these tortillas were going to be testers anyway for making this. So I just got it all nice and heated up, and then this one got really crunchy at the end, so that was kind of nice also. It took a long time for the oil to heat up, so I probably wait until it's fully heated up to actually do this. But skipping kind of forward after a minute here, you're gonna see that it started to get a lot better and a lot quicker too. So here I took about half of the mixture, which is probably about 2 cups or so, and started mixing in the chili mixture that we made before. I'll leave a recipe down below in the description. Stirring it up, keeping the other half in there, and into the blender, I'm going to actually stick that blender cup into the refrigerator. It's always good to have 2 blender cups just in case you're making a big recipe. That way you know that you have the rest of it for the next week. And since I'm trying to save on cost and everything, add some salt into the mix to give it some more flavor. Stirring it up, I'm just basically warming it up is what I'm doing. That way we can get this stuff boiling and ready to go for those tacos, of course. Alright guys, so I went ahead and made my tortilla, got all my nacho cheese on there, my tomatoes, my onions, and of course my little salad that I made before. And man, this stuff is really good. It tastes really good. I think it was a great option for a nice meal to have for the rest of the week. And of course, these are all meal prep stuff. So we'll see you next time on Food Inspired Home and Garden, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope you guys inspire to do something wonderful in somebody's life, and I will keep inspiring to do something wonderful for you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on Food Inspired Home and Garden.